A lot is being said about a proposed Australian law. It's got to do with migration, immigration in Australia's context. Australia wants foreign spouses of existing residents to know basic English. It wants spouses to pass an English test when applying for immigration to Australia. This requirement has not been approved by the Parliament yet. If it gets the nod, it will be applicable from mid-2021. Now, critics say this move is racist and has been designed to keep non-Westerners out of Australia. Let me give you the other side of the debate, and I'll begin with a question. Say you were relocating to a country to join your spouse or family. Would you want to be employable there, or at least have a functional knowledge of the local language? Maybe just enough to say a hello, or a thank you, or seek help. What Australia is asking for is not for an applicant to write Shakespearean prose or Keatsian poetry. It is asking for functional English, beginner's level English. And if it goes ahead with the law, it will not be an exception. Let's come back to Germany. Foreign nationals living in Germany are expected to demonstrate competency in the German language. The government website puts it out there in clear words. It says, and I'm quoting, "To be able to live in Germany, you will need to know German. You need to take a language test." Here's what the German government says. To be allowed to immigrate to Germany, you will need to enter the exams and pass them to either A1 or B1. What if a child is seeking immigration to unite with his or her parents? Germany expects, and I'm quoting again from the website, for children over 16 years old, there must be sufficient proof of German language proficiency and the ability to adapt and integrate. What about spouses? As for spouses, they will need to have at least an A1 German proficiency to qualify. There's another example, Switzerland. If a family member applies for Swiss residence permit, the authorities may ask them to sign a cultural integration agreement. The applicants may be asked to show a certain level of language skill. Now, these countries are not looking for proficiency, just functional knowledge of a language. A UK spouse visa requirement includes a minimum English language proficiency of CEFR level A1. CEFR stands for the Common European Framework of References for Language. Now, in case you're wondering, there is no such language requirement in India. If someone wants to migrate to India, India does not expect him or her to have a functional knowledge of Hindi or Bangla or Tamil or any of the official languages in India. Well, if they did, it would only help them. But think about it. Is it too much to ask for to learn a language? It takes 80 to 100 hours of classes, a couple of tests to clear a beginner level foreign language test, and most of these lessons are now available online. You don't even have to pay for them. It is expected to help the applicant adjust to a new country, be functional if not employable. Australia too is thinking on the same lines. It says there were about 1 million people living in Australia with poor or no English skills. And this has limited their work and social skills. So Canberra wants applicants to take 500 hours of English class, which by the way is free of cost. And Australia is not saying that if you do not know English, you cannot visit your spouse. It says you can still enter the country, stay there temporarily, and only if you want to stay in Australia permanently, you would need to learn English. And you can do that while still being there. What's so controversial here? Countries have every right to frame their immigration policies, set criteria for allowing people in their country and for living there, utilizing their resources, adding to the demand-supply graph. It is only fair that when a country is letting someone in, they expect that person to add value and not just to its population count. Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION. World is One.